Hello my YouTube friends, I want to welcome you to this exciting lesson in Revit. In this lesson, I just want to teach you on how you can recreate your AutoCAD details in Revit and then save them so that you can use them over and over on your projects. Now, in some design offices of some individuals, you usually have those standard details which you don't want to be creating each time you are working on a project. So I want you to show you this method, and I know most of you have those CAD details which you already have and you want to start utilizing them in Revit. So this lesson is for you so that you can save those details and start reusing them in Revit. So if you like what I'm doing on this channel, please make sure that you like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notification. And most importantly, make sure that you check my website skillmaxcad.com for some exciting courses in Revit, robot structural analysis, and much more. All right, so we'll get started in this lesson. Now we'll start from AutoCAD so that we check the details that we have. Now I've just isolated this detail so that we can demonstrate what we are trying to do on this detail. Now you might have a lot of details within the same window in AutoCAD. Make sure that you just isolate it. So if you have a lot of details, what you need to do is just pick the detail that you want, then Control C on your keyboard to copy it, then simply open a different window like this. All right, so let me just change some settings here so that I'm in 2D view. All right, just like this. Then Control V to paste it, and we can have our detail right here. So once you have your detail like this, just make sure that you check the units there and just go to File and click on Save As and save as a project, and you can save it wherever you want your detail to be saved. All right, so I already saved this detail, so I'll not save it again. I'll click on No, go back there. So this is already saved on my desktop as detail. So let me just make sure that you check the unit. So by just typing UN there, all right, UN, and let me just click there. All right, then click on the units there and make sure that you check the units. For me, I'm just using millimeters, so that is fine. I'll just click on OK. So we are done with the setup here. This is saved on our desktop. Now you just need to go to Revit. All right, now make sure that you open your Revit. You know how to open Revit. You'll be somewhere here. Now when you open Revit, make sure that you go to the drafting views. All right, so to go to the drafting views, you can just counter check there. You have drafting views there, or you can start a new drafting view by just going to view, and now you have the drafting view right there. Just click on it. Okay, then you can give it, the name of that particular detail which you are creating. Maybe I can just call it detail, maybe detail A. And now make sure that the scale should be the same scale that you have for that particular detail in AutoCAD. So this is 1:25, and click on OK. You see that under the drafting views, we have that detail as detail A. All right, the other option is for you to just click there, right click, and I think, yeah, you can do that. Right, you can duplicate. Okay, I don't have an option to create a new one, so just make sure that you go to view and click on drafting views. You save it, and you're going to have it right there, and double click it, and you have this blank window where you can start creating, importing the CAD details, and now recreating yours. So now to bring in your CAD detail here, all you need to do is to simply go to Insert. Then you are going to have Import CAD. Use this option. Just click on Import CAD. All right. Once you do that, now find the detail. Okay, so I saved it on my desktop as this detail. Now you can change this to black and white if you want. Layers and levels, you just want to make those which are visible, the layers on our CAD detail. Import units, I can just leave it at auto detect. Then the positioning, I can put it on manual origin, and I'm done here. The settings are okay, and click on open. All right, so now you see it floating like that. You can see that we are placing it under drafting views, detail A, and place it there. Now, one thing I have to mention is that when you are doing this, make sure that you start a new project. Don't start importing these CAD details on an existing project, because you don't want to make your project unnecessarily big. You can start a new project, save this as a separate file, and you just be bringing in these CAD details on your project, those which are already converted to Revit. All right. So once you bring in a CAD detail like this, you can bring as many CAD details as possible, and you just follow the steps that I'm going to show you. So you just need to select on that CAD detail, and now come here under import instances. You can use full explode or partial explode. I'll use partial explode there. Click outside, and as you can see, it has been exploded, but you just need to clean it up because now the dimensions are not brought in as dimension but as lines and text, which we have to fix just in a moment. You can even see that this is just text. Okay, these are lines, so you just have to fix this. If I come to the hatch patterns, again, these are just line which you have to fix, and now save this detail which you can start reusing. All right, let's start with a dimension. So you can simply now, just remove that dimension there, okay, which was exploded to lines and text. So I'll just select everything here. Now you can just use, Revit tools here, align dimension, and you just want to dimension maybe from there to there. All right, maybe up to this point and this point and that point. And if you are happy with that particular dimension, you can have it there. Right, and you see that it looks neat. Maybe at the bottom here, let me escape here and remove this particular dimension. Then I'll select on this one, CS on your keyboard to create similar. Then I'll dimension this one, this one, this one, and that one. And let me have this dimension somewhere here. Right, escape. Then maybe let me select this one, and let me have those lines maybe up to somewhere here. I'll select these and drag it maybe up to somewhere here. Then select this one, maybe just use an arrow on my keyboard to push it below there. Okay, just like that. Okay, then I'll select on this one, CS on your keyboard, and I just want to have the outer dimension and have it somewhere here. All right, maybe for the dimensions you are done. You can see it looks good. Okay, now let's start with the hatch patterns here. For the hatch patterns, again, it's very, very easy. All you need to do is to go to annotate there. Then you can go to region, then go to field region. Okay, I want to use concrete there. Right, maybe I'm going to pick this one there. Now I'll just click on edit, and now it's just trying to remember the settings that I did for the other one, but make sure that you come to foreground fill pattern. Make sure that you have picked the concrete there. I've selected the concrete there, and once you click on edit, most likely you are going to find the import scale as 1. Type it to 0.5. It looks good in my case. Right, click OK. Then under the background fill, make sure that you pick on, if I just click there, you find it at no pattern, but make sure that you pick on solid fill, click OK. Then the background pattern color, you can select on there and pick the color that you want to see maybe as the background. If that's what you want, then click on OK. Then apply OK. Once you do that, now you need to sketch the boundary for that hatch pattern. So you can see that you have these tools here. Just click on the rectangle so that you can pick it from that corner all the way up to that corner there. Then click on the green check mark there and click outside, and you can see that you have the pattern now, which is in, Revit. Okay. So now you see that some patterns, if I just check this one, it looks good. All I need is to just add the background there, that color. The pattern has already been imported here. Okay, it's been converted to Revit pattern, fill pattern. So I'll just select there and just click on edit. Then this is the pattern which is there. The only thing I need to change is the background fill. Click there, click the little box at the end and change it to solid. Click on OK. Now the color is the one I just need to change to this one here so that I can have a similar color. Okay, then click on OK, apply. Okay, click outside. You can see that it's exactly like this one. Now you can pick those numbers so that it matches, but I think I'm happy with what I have. This one was also imported correctly from AutoCAD. Just click on edit, then change the background fill pattern from there. Make sure that it's solid. Click OK. Then the color, change it to this one there, and I just want roughly to drag it up to there. Click on OK, apply, OK, and you see that it's right there. Then this one also, finally do the same. The pattern is okay. All I'm just doing is to just add the fill color there and change this one to almost the same color, maybe up to somewhere here. Okay, apply. Okay, now we also have this one here, the fill pattern. The concrete has not been, imported here, so I can use the same one which I have here. Select on that one, CS, to create similar so that I don't have to change anything. Then pick the rectangle there, and I just want to have it from this point up to that point, and click on finish. Okay, perfect. You can see that you have the pattern there. Maybe I missed it here. I can select on this one here and simply drag it up to there. Okay, and click outside. Okay, so you can see that all the hatches, the dimensions have been converted to Revit. Now you see that you also have the text. If you want, it doesn't matter because this text can be edited from here. You can edit it the way you want, but if you want to have the actual, the arrow and the text as one, okay, an annotation, you can change this one to that. So maybe let me just change this one here so that you can go ahead and change the rest. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll simply go to annotate. Then I'll also pick on text. Now from here, make sure that you pick this option and that option so that you can have the possibility to add an arrow maybe from this point, then up to that point, and now drag it up to there. Okay, now if I want, maybe I can even just copy the text. Let me just escape. I'll double click there so that I just copy the text which is here. Okay, Control C on your keyboard. I've copied. Now I'll go to annotate, text, pick the two options there. Now I'll also have it maybe from this point to that point and up to that point. Then Control V to paste that text. Click outside, right click, cancel. So I have that text. Now I can also pick this text also. I'll delete this one, okay, later on. So let me just copy. Instead of typing, you can type if you want. Control C, click outside. Then I'll select this one now and enter there and Control V. Okay, click outside just like that. Now I can just remove that one because I've already added the Revit, annotation there. So these lines can be deleted. Okay, right. So now we have this Revit, annotation. You can match the font. If you can see, this is Arial 15. You can counter check this one, edit there. This is text type. This is 2. That is Arial, and I'm happy with what I have. And you can see that it looks exactly the same as this one, but maybe you want to have it like this so that maybe you don't have these lines. So you can proceed and now change all these texts, okay, so that you can have the Revit annotation within there instead of lines and separate text there. All right, an alternative could be, let me select on this one instead of deleting everything because this is a text. If I select on this, this is a text. So what you can do is to simply add, I hope I'm able to add the arrow. You can add the arrow on this side. We have this one. Let me add this arrow. Okay, perfect. So you can simply add, actually it's even much faster, but again, you still have to copy this text, okay, so that is part of that one. Okay, copy. I can remove this one. I think this is even much faster. Enter and Control V to paste it there. So now you, okay, Control and do so that you have it like that. Now all you need to do is to simply now change the arrow there by selecting on it, then edit, and the arrow here you can go to click there and change it to maybe arrow field 15 degrees, apply, okay, and you have it there. All right. Okay, so you can use the method that you want. Now, once you are done with this, you can now save this one. Now, as I said, you can bring in this, window is so big, it's infinite. So you can bring in all those details within this window under detail A. All right, you can bring in all those details and, convert them the way I've just shown you here. If you want, you can even create maybe a table. Okay. Maybe just like that. Maybe you have that detail and, arrange it in a nice way. Okay, maybe we have this detail here. You can do whatever you want and have all those details. I'm just showing you the possibilities here. All right. Okay, so put those details there, name them, and they'll always be here. Just like the way we do in AutoCAD, you find that they're on one window, then you can have them there. And now what you need to do is to save this one. So how do you save it? You just need to go to drafting view, right click, and now you are going to save this one as a group. All right, so you are going to click on save to new file. Just click there. Okay, so now you can save it maybe within the desktop there. I can save it. This is desktop, and I can call it maybe my details. My details right here is on the desktop, and click on save. Okay, so those details will be saved there. That is the file with all your details. You can bring them here and save all of them here. Okay, now once you start a new project, I'll go back to, let me just close this one here. We are just assuming that this is a new project. Maybe you've opened a new project and you have a drafting view. Okay, maybe you can open this one and we have a new drafting view here. I'll call it detail B. Detail B, and maybe, okay, it's fine, and just click on OK. So you see that this one will be detail B. You want to bring in only one detail within here. All right, so you can have it there. So what you can do is to, let me click on right click. No, not necessarily right click. All you need to do is now go to desktop where you saved your file. I'll simply minimize here. This is, which one did I save? Is it this one? My details. Okay, I'll just open this one. You can just open that particular Revit file. Open it. Once you open it, now you can just start copying. You see that it will open that particular file. Now this is very, very easy because you're going to have all those files on one window. It's simple. All you need to do is to simply copy this one, the one that you want to copy, then Control C, then just go to that particular detail because you know that this is detail B. You just go there, then Control V, and you are going to paste it here. We have it there. Okay, and now you can, as you cut your section, there's a way to reference these details. Now if you want me to show you how to reference such details within your project, so that when you cut a file, you don't have to cut the 3D view, you have to reference this particular detail. Okay, so that you can have it on your details. By cutting a section, it will refer to this particular detail. So if you want to add another detail, maybe within here you have another one here, somewhere here, all you need to do again is to just go to view, then drafting view. I'll call it maybe detail maybe AA. It's just an example. The scale you specify it, you open it, then you go to that file, and if it's here you copy it. But again, it's just an example. I'll refer to this. Control C, then go to that particular detail within your project. Control V, and you're going to have it there. Okay, and this is well arranged. As you can see, you have detail A, detail AA, detail B, and you can have them there, and you can start, cutting sections within your 3D view, but referencing these particular details. And that's how you can keep on utilizing these details without, having to be recreating them each time you want to utilize them. So thank you very much for watching. If you have more questions on how to reference such details, please comment there, and I'll be glad to help you out.